What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the replay. YouTube, how's everybody doing? All right. All right. What's up? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Good afternoon. Good evening. How's everybody doing?
Someone said good evening, and I'm well. How are you?
I am well. I am well. How are you?
Tiny AI.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna just put all of them there. Why not? Alrighty. What's up? What's up? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Chef Ed's dinner time. Welcome to Chef Ed's dinner time. What's up, Papa Nana? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Bless you. Gesundheit. All right, all that good stuff. Okay. So let's get the party started, shall we? How's everybody doing? Yeah, let's make some dinner. All right, thanks for joining. Just get my clean kale here so I can cut it up. Massive bowl here. Put that there so you can kind of see what's going on. Alright, use my serrated for this one. Pour it so small. Gonna have the big guns next time. Alright, so before I add my chopped kale, right now in here I have black radishes. As you can see, there's still some skin on. So I peeled about half of it and I left the other half with the skin on. So it just gives a real nice color contrast as well as a little bit of extra good stuff. And then of course we have onions. Both of these I actually got from the farmer's market, and this beautiful kale that I'm cutting up as well, right? Okay, kale, we got that. Put it to the side. So I have a coconut curry lentil working in the back, right, from last time. So we're just warming it up. No worries, we'll leave it. Okay, here we go. Let's add that real quick. You all right? Okay, cool. All good. Okay, awesome. Thanks for that share. Appreciate you. What's up, love kisses? How you doing? Long time no see. Welcome. I started a little late today. You know, I had to take care of some business. You know what I'm saying? I have to take care of the business that takes care of business, you know? So, but I'm here, all right? And we're about to make some delicious food for dinner. So I have 2 pots working in the back right now, right? First pot, what's up, Far More? Welcome. So I got 1 pot working in the back with my curry coconut lentils, right? And then I have another pot that I just added some quinoa to, right? So it's gonna be a combination of quinoa and couscous for the starch tonight. Instead of rice, or pasta or anything like that, we're gonna do a combo of couscous and quinoa, right? So we're gonna get all kinds of good stuff in there. So in the pot with the quinoa right now, I have celery, a Scotch bonnet, I have garlic, onions. Ooh, I almost forgot. I need to add some bay leaves. Right? I don't ever cook without bay leaves. So we're gonna add 2 of them in there, rinse them real quick, throw them right in there. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now we're in a good place. So I basically made a broth that I'm using to cook the quinoa and the couscous in. So it's water, bay leaves, onions, garlic, celery, right? A little bit of salt, fresh cracked black pepper, 2 bouillon cubes, 2 Maggi bouillon cubes, and that's what's boiling in this pot right now. So when the quinoa is cooked about, let's say, halfway, we're gonna add the couscous in, turn it off, and let it sit, and it's gonna do its thing, and it's gonna be beautifully cooked when all that water is evaporated and absorbed into the couscous. So that's how you make really flavorful couscous or quinoa, right? So we got that going for us, which is nice. And then now we're gonna finish our salad mix, right? So we have black radishes, we have kale in there, red onions. I'm about to cut up some delicious romaine.
Papa Mama sent a hat and mustache. You missed it.
Yeah, I missed the hat and the mustache. Appreciate that, Papa. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. All right, it's awesome. So we got our lettuce going.
Farmer sent a hat. They sent a heart.
Nice, thanks, Farmer. All right, so we got the lettuce, right? Okay. Greens are done. Put this to the side. Okay, we have our carrots, right? That's the last thing we're gonna add to our lettuce. All right, and we're gonna just shave this a little bit. Let me check on my quinoa. All right. So you wanna be very careful with quinoa. You don't wanna overcook it, right? So the goal is to cook it like you would pasta, just about al dente, right? And then the heat that's left over, that carries it all the way through, and you end up with really beautiful quinoa every single time. All right, so
Papa Mama sent a hand heart. Another gift from Papa Mama.
appreciate the gifts. You rock. All right. What happened to Michael? What happened to Michael? All right, carrot's done, right? Right in. Beautiful. All right. So we need to figure out what kind of dressing we're gonna make today. All right, so since you're here on this live, you guys get to pick what kind of dressing we make today. We have apple cider vinegar, we have red wine vinegar, we have lemons and limes, I believe.
Balsamic green?
We have balsamic vinegar, possibly. Nope. Yes, we have balsamic vinegar. So, and then, you know, it's whatever, really. Appreciate that, Farmer. So tell me, Farmer, is it Farmer? What should we do? Should we do a creamy dressing? Should we do a citrus vinaigrette? Should we do a rustic, like Italian vinaigrette? You guys get to pick today. We can do any of the above. We can do something citrus, or we can do like a classic vinegar oil base, or we can do like a mayonnaise base. We can do like a cheesy Parmesan situation, rustic Italian. Okay, citrus, creamy. Ooh, we have like one of each. Pound cake. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? Jennifer says creamy. Let's see. Farmer says citrus, rustic, pound cake expert. All right, the next person that comments what we do is what we're gonna make. So who's gonna be the lucky winner? What are we making? What are we making? Comment, people. Rustic Italian. Boom, there it is. Okay. Rustic Italian is what we are doing, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty. Let's have some fun. Okay, so for rustic Italiano, let's see, I need a lid for my jar. Alright, if I have a lid.
The lid's the black one?
Nope.
It's a larger one.
Nope.
It's a big black one.
Nope. Alright, so my jar's the MIA, so we're gonna use a different jar. A different jar, alright? A different jar. Perfect. Alright, let's do this. Rustic Italian, right? First things first, let's get the herbs. So we're gonna do some Tuscany. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of fennel. We're gonna do some basil leaves. And we're gonna do a little bit of Greek. Nope. We're doing Italian. Alright, what else do we need? Oregano. Yep, some oregano. Beautiful. Alright, so let's make this. You guys ready? So for my rustic Italian, right, we're gonna put in some basil seeds. Alright. Into the basil seeds, we're gonna add our Tuscany seasoning. Now, Tuscany is available on our website, right? So Tuscany has oregano, rosemary, savory, thyme, marjoram in it, right? So we're gonna put a good bit of that in here because that's like the base for the dressing, right? That's where all the flavor is, right? Then we're gonna add a little bit more oregano to perk it up a little bit. And then we have fennel. So the fennel I'm gonna crush just a little bit before I add it in here so we can release some of that flavor, right? Okay. Beautiful. All right. Now for the liquids. Let's go with some Dijon. Dijon, where's my Dijon? Right here. All right, so we're gonna go with some Dijon. Right, about a spoon. This is gonna help with the emulsification, right? It's gonna help keep everything together real nice, right? So Dijon is in. Let's get lots of fresh cracked black pepper. You know what? Do this the easier way. All right. Need lots of fresh cracked black pepper. All right. And we need salt. Slide this in. Okay. Next, we're gonna go with the vinegar. So we can do red wine, we can do apple cider vinegar, we can do white distilled vinegar. So I'm gonna do a combination of red and apple.
Pancake expert said red wine.
Says what?
Red wine.
Red wine. Yep. So I'm gonna do red wine and I'm gonna do a little bit of apple. Where is the other apple cider? There we go. I do a mix because the red wine is really strong right, really sharp, and the apple cider is not as sharp, right? So, of course, we need a little bit of sweetness. So we're gonna add some simple syrup. And then salt. Okay, let's check our quinoa. Okay, our quinoa is just about ready. So now we're gonna add in our couscous, right? We'll do 2 cups. Give this a stir. And then turn it off. Right, put a lid on top. And just let it do its thing in the corner. Let's get a little bit of butter as well. Where is my butter? Any questions in the meantime, Emma?
Not so far.
Not so far. All right. All right. Butter. We put about 2 tablespoons of butter in there. All right. Make it real nice and delicious. And then we just put a lid on top. Beautiful. That's it. That's how I do my couscous and quinoa. All right. It's a combo that you can't miss. All that flavor, everything is inside of the liquid. It just goes right into the quinoa and couscous. Right, so we have all of our seasonings in here. Right, we're gonna add the oil. Right, and the ratio of oil is always more oil than vinegar, always more oil than acid. Right, so you can do 2 to 1 or you can do 3 to 1. It's totally up to you. But that's it. All right. We're done. Look at that. Delicious. Right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, and to brighten it up, we're gonna add some fresh herbs to it as well. All right?
Queso, yum.
Yeah. Mmm.
Apple cider help me.
Nice. So it's still nice and tart, but not too much. You get a touch of the vinegar, you get a touch of the mustard. So it'll just cut through anything that you have. Really clean, right? So we got some fresh basil here. Actually, I'll hold that off for a second till we're ready to dress it, and we'll just add it right into our greens, right? So greens we'll put to the side because it's done. Our dressing is done, right? Our rustic, right? We put that to the side. Now, veggies. I have cabbage, right? Get my pan hot. So pan's getting hot. I have farmer's market mushrooms, right? Appreciate that, Apple. So I have in here oyster mushrooms, which are the lighter color ones, the white ones. And then these are cinnamon caps, right? So it's a mixture of oysters and cinnamon caps that I just cut up. So I'm gonna saute these, and then I have a bowl of spinach as well, right? So spinach, mushrooms, cabbage. We're gonna basically just saute these, and this is gonna go right on top of the couscous, and then we're gonna finish it with the coconut curry lentils right on the side. So we got everything we need. Let me just peel this cucumber for the salad, and then we are ready to rock and roll. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Q&A. So basically right now I'm working on a new situation, right, for my peeps, where if you are needing help, right, which I keep getting messages, that things for like meal prepping, right? Ideas for dinner, ideas for lunch, breakfast, that kind of thing. So I'm putting together this really cool community where you'll get access to a bunch of different information. So if every week there's gonna be a new menu that you can follow, it's gonna give you grocery shopping lists, it's gonna give you the menu itself, the recipes for everything, right? So it's a really immersive situation where you won't have to worry about what to cook, how to do it, what to get. Is gonna be everything, right? So I'm working on putting that together because that's been a lot of the questions I get, like, I don't know what to make, or I'm bored in the kitchen, or my food doesn't taste as good, that kind of thing. So this way you'll know exactly what to make, how to do it, and we're gonna have some fun. All right, so definitely stay tuned for that. All right, so oil is down. We're gonna get these mushrooms going. Gonna crank this up, put this light on. We're good. Yep, we're good. We're good. Lights on. Okay. Lots of garlic, because we like garlic. And garlic is good for you. All right, so I'm gonna just bust this up real quick. A piece escaped. It's like, don't cook me. It's all right. DJ, hit me with some fast tunes. Crank it up a little bit. Yeah. Nice. All right, mushrooms are smelling delicious. All right, we got the garlic in there now. Okay. Now we can season it. All right, so for seasoning, we're gonna go with a little bit of smoked salt. All right, do you do mostly vegetarian? K, all plant-based, 100%, 24/7. All right, so a little bit of smoked salt. All right, a little bit of smoked salt on the mushrooms, and then give that a nice little flip. Do the other side. Oh, heck yeah, me too. Yeah, Kay, that's what I'm talking about. We on the veg side. Alright? All day, every day. We're on the greener side of things. Alright, so mushrooms are done. Alright, I'm pulling them out because I want it to stay the way it is. I don't want it to get mushy or anything like that. So pan's back on. Now we're gonna cook our cabbage. Alright. Nice and hot pan. So with the cabbage, we're just getting some good color on it, right? What's up, Monty Mary? How you doing? Good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome. All right, so cabbage, we're gonna char it, right? Yes, I love that sound. I love. All right. Okay, so cabbage is searing. We don't want to move it around. We don't want to give it too much action. We just want to let it sear and get nice color, right? Because that color is going to give us lots of flavor, okay? Okay.
Someone asked for what that seasoning added.
The seasoning I added, it's called smoky salt, all right? And it's available on the site, okay? Yeah, all the seasonings are available. Cool? Yeah, I make my own seasonings. So this is one of them. We got plenty. All right, cabbage is 90% cooked. All right, you got it. So, here's the lentils. Beautiful lentils, right? So delicious. The coconut and the curry is just a hint of curry. Did you add a spoonful of oil into the cabbage? Yes, pound cake, you got it. I added 1 spoon of oil. Just enough to help with the charring, right? And the color. We don't need to put a whole bunch in there, but just enough to wet the cabbage. You know what I mean? Okay, see? Right? Right? Okay, cabbage is ready. So I'm gonna just move it right here so we can get the spinach cooked, right? Now, because you can eat spinach raw, we don't need to hammer the spinach, right? The goal is to just wilt the spinach. So I'm gonna add my oil to the saute pan. I'm gonna get some more garlic because I love spinach and garlic, right? So I have the cabbage right here and I have the delicious mushrooms, right? See that? Super flavorful, right? So we're gonna put this to the side. All right, our cucumbers I need to move and put into another bowl. Okay, oil is getting hot. I'm gonna move this so we can cut the garlic. Okay. So the way I do my spinach, lots of garlic, Scotch bonnets or habaneros, right? So it's spicy. And yeah, a little bit of Maggi. Yes, I'll take one. Wash it, please. Thank you so much. Okay, garlic is ready. Let's just cut off that nub right there. And then we'll get to town. All right, so sliced up, minced, chopped garlic, whatever you want to do to it. No worries, just don't leave it whole, you know, because you want it to cook, obviously, so you can enjoy it. Go for it, sweetheart. Okay. Okay, so garlic is cut. And it's already sizzling. So we have a whole Scotch bonnet right here. We're gonna cut this in half because it's a big one. So we're only gonna go with half. And right into the saute pan with the garlic. Maximum flavor, maximum flavor. All right. Okay, wash my hands. Then we get the seasoning. What happened?
I'm just. It was. I was trying to get some.
Emma. All right, Emma. Messing around, Emma.
No.
Okay, so we get about how much spinach we have? Not a lot, so we'll do 2 bouillon cubes, right? Bouillon.
Someone asked what kind of oil you're using to saute.
I use olive oil, and I use so in the pot. So I cooked. My mom cooked this Indian dish. It's called pulauri. It's like lentil fritter, basically. So when we do any kind of frying like that, I'll use a combination of either avocado oil or coconut oil. And then if it's small sauteing and stuff like that, I'll do extra virgin olive oil. Right? Vegetable oil, if I do need to do like some massive amount of oil, which hardly ever happens, it'll be maybe a soybean oil, right? For sauteing. So, Maggi cubes are in, right? We're gonna put this back on the fire so that the Maggi cubes can dissolve in the oil. Right, so the garlic is fried real nice and crispy. You're welcome, Nick. We have the chilies, which I can smell, and then we have everything melting. So now we're gonna add our spinach, right? And we're gonna crank the fire back up, and then we're gonna hit it with some fresh cracked black pepper. And a pinch of salt. Just a pinch. Okay. Crank the fire all the way up. So remember, the goal is just to wilt the spinach. All right, we don't want to hammer it. We don't want it to look like cream spinach right now, okay? Not that there's anything wrong with cream spinach. We're just not making cream spinach right now. All right, so you see, this is what you call wilting, right? Like it's cooked, but it's not cooked, right? See, it's starting to get smaller, it's starting to shrink, right? You can still see some raw ones. So at this stage, I'm turning it off because what I'm gonna do with the food once everything is ready, right? So this is good. Off the fire, all right? We put the lentils back on, get those nice and hot. All right, we have our cabbage and mushrooms. We have the spinach to the side. We have the cucumbers for our salad. Now let's get the greens, right? So let's put this right here. So I have cilantro and celery leaves, right? We're actually growing celery outside. So that's why my celery leaves look like this. Right, they're super green, but you see the stems of the celery, it's really tiny, right? So we grew that. And so I just have celery and cilantro sitting in cold water. So I'm gonna spin this, right? And we have basil and mint over there. So I like putting a lot of herbs into my salads. Gives it another depth, another level of flavor, you know, without you having to try too hard, right? So the the cilantro, we're gonna add to the salad, and the celery, we're gonna add to our, we're adding everything to our salad. What am I talking about? All right, we're gonna chop it up, and we're gonna add it to the salad, all right? Smells good, huh? Yeah. Anytime you can use herbs, always go for it. And remember, when you're cooking with herbs, they don't need to be cooked, right? When you cook them, you hammer them, and you end up, you know, just losing all of that beautiful flavor and whatever nutritional value it has, right? So your best bet is to do it raw or put it in right before you're ready to turn off the fire.
Miss Bosch said amazing.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much. So this is going right into the salad. Yes, a nice herbaceous. That's what you call an herbaceous salad. Wish I could do that. You can. Lots of practice. Lots and lots of practice. Right? Lots of practice. That's what I did. Lots of practice. Okay, so lentils is ready. It's simmering, so I'll pull that off to the side. Now let's get the mint out of this. So the basil I'm gonna add to the basil I'm gonna add to the lentils, and this mint I'm gonna add to the salad. So we have we have celery, cilantro, and mint going into the salad. And you notice I'm not doing a ton of mint, right? Because mint is so strong, right? So you don't need a lot of it to taste it, right? So a little bit goes a long way. Remember that when you're cooking, right? And you're using different kinds of herbs. You know, some you can do a lot, some you just need very little. You gotta use it sparingly. My thumb is still healing from the mandolin. Ooh, Pasha, yeah. I have those stories. Whew, the mandolin is not to be messed with. You wanna definitely show that mandolin some serious respect. All right, so basil is cut real nice and thin, and this we're gonna throw right into our lentils. What's up, Ayo? How you doing? Welcome. All right, we got the lentils simmering real nice. We're about to add this basil and just make this whole thing pop, right? Remember what I said. You want to add your herbs when your dish is done, right? Like anytime I do any kind of beans, you know what I mean? I wait till I turn off the fire, then I chop up my herbs and I put it in, right? This makes them last 10 times longer. And then when you cool it down and you warm it up for the next day, your herbs are still nice and fresh. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. What are you chefing up today? Glad to have you here. So let's go over what we're doing tonight. We have a delicious herbaceous salad. Appreciate that, Viola, right? So mint, celery, cilantro, carrots, black radishes, right? Actually, we still have some other radishes to put in here. Black radishes, purple and pink radishes, right? We also have kale and romaine. Those are the greens for the salad. And then we have some fresh red onions, right? So that's what's in the salad. Now for the food, all right, we're talking two different things, all right? Viola was my mom's name. That's awesome. So we have a curry lentil, right? A coconut curry lentil stew working in the back. And then we also have, what else do we have? We have couscous and quinoa cooked together, right? In a broth we made from scratch. So lots of bay leaves, onions, garlic, right? That got put into a pot, and then we added our quinoa to that. So the quinoa, so it's half quinoa, half couscous. So it's a hybrid, right? I never do things, you know, the normal way. And I have never heard of black radish. Do you have a different flavor? Oh yeah, black radishes are amazing. They're peppery. Like, they're the coolest thing ever, right? They're super peppery. Let me grab one and show you. Can you grab me the black radish that's in the bottom of the refrigerator, please? Yeah, black radishes, they're amazing. Do you buy your produce from a farmer's market? You know I do, Viola. You know I do. It's the only way I'd be getting cool stuff like that. Like, what market you know gets black radishes? Perfect. So this is the black radish. Like, look how cool it looks, right? It's amazing, but super peppery, right? Compared to the other types of radishes that you might have, or like even these right here. So they're really amazing, and you can eat the skin. You don't have to peel it. So I'll peel like half of the skin and leave it on so it looks cool when you slice it really thin. But yeah, man, you know what's up. Yeah. All right, what's up, girl?
Yeah.
How you doing? Oh, snake, get off me. All right. Okay, time for dinner, people. Time for dinner. So we have our and then we made a delicious rustic Italian situation right here. All right. So we had a vote and most people picked this. So this is what we made. So fresh herbs, all kinds of herbs in here. Dijon mustard, 2 kinds of vinegar. We did red wine vinegar and apple cider vinegar, some Dijon mustard, really good extra virgin olive oil, right? We did oregano and one of my seasonings, the Tuscany, right? So Tuscany is like my Italian seasoning, so it has tons of really good herbs in there. That's going to be so good. Appreciate that, Pasha. What?
Did you say fennel?
Fennel, yes, and we crushed up a little fennel in there too, just to up the ante. You know what I mean? So that's that salad. Let's mix this baby, and then it's time to serve some dindin. Oh, and let's show you what we love salads too, especially when it's good. You know what I mean? Because salads be getting a bad rep.
Because most of them are boring.
Most of them are boring indeed, but not in this house.
Your Hercules arms.
Not in this house. We don't make no boring salads up in this house, ladies and gentlemen. So, before we get into the other stuff, let's talk about our hybrid, right? So I did couscous and I did quinoa, right? So that's what we have here. And what you want to do is, after you let it absorb all of the liquid, you want to fluff it.
Oh, that looks so good. Can you fluff it on camera?
Yes, totally. Just call me the fluffinator.
It looks so good. Oh, those are the onions that you were talking about.
Yes.
Now it's translucent.
That's right. Oh, well, you've been practicing your kitchen lingo. Dang, I wish I was there to feast up. Sounds so good. Appreciate that. So a whole Scotch bonnet, and the juice is still in there, so we're gonna squeeze it out.
I love Scotch bonnet.
Look. Oh, baby. Oh, that's hot. All right. So this is how we fluff, right? Literally, you take a fork and you just do this, right? And you release it nice and loose. So this way you end up with beautifully cooked quinoa and couscous, right?
I've never had quinoa and
Couscous. Nope. No one's ever done that. This is a first.
Are you serious?
Are you from the islands originally? Yes, Viola. I'm actually St. Lucian. So sometimes you might hear certain words pronounced and, it's going to sound very Caribbean. You know what I mean? You don't know.
Can I taste it for you?
Oh, baby. Oh. All right, open your hands. Woo. It's delicious. And this is just the quinoa and couscous by itself. But the secret is seasoning your broth, right? Is that next to Navis? Yes, Kate, you got it. Yeah, so our immediate neighbor is Barbados, but St. Kitts and Nevis is not too far from there. So broth, lots of flavor, onions, bay leaves. Just stick it back in there.
Viola said, I thought I heard a Caribbean accent.
But it's delicious.
Thank you, appreciate it.
I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, okay, thank you. Thank God we're not serving anyone else. He's double dipping over here.
Sorry.
I know it was good. You couldn't resist.
Oh man, and I did it on camera.
I was trying to save you, but
I know.
it's all right.
Sometimes I can't be saved.
We still love you. I was at St. Kitts and Nevis, beautiful island. Yep, very cool. Alrighty, so couscous is done, right? We fluffed it real nice. So now let's just finish up dinner, right? Let's get this place cleaned up, of course.
Kay said I need to visit St. Lucia. Kay said I need to visit St. Lucia one day.
Yeah, you gotta visit St. Lucia during the jazz festival. You'll have an amazing time, right? So, salad. We're gonna mix this up. Let's get the bowls. All right, super important.
Cabin in the Woods said, how'd you get it so fluffy?
I'll tell you my secret. Don't worry. I've cooked lots of quinoa in my day. Lots of couscous. So, I know a thing or two, and I'm about to share it with you. me just get these salad bowls. All right, so the way I got it fluffy, very simple. You don't boil it until it's cooked. So I did a hybrid, right? So I did a combination of quinoa and couscous. Normally, people just do one or the other, right? They don't combine them. So for me, I like it just because it's healthier, right? Because quinoa is like super good for you and it has protein in it as well, besides fiber and other nutrients versus couscous that don't really have too much, nutritional value. So that's why I do a combo of the two. I'm going to make the couscous and quinoa. Yep. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. So the way to get it really fluffy is your water ratio, right? So you need to make sure that when you add, so you're cooking the quinoa until it's about 75% cooked, right? With enough liquid in the pot. And then based on how much liquid you have in the pot, that's how much couscous you add to it. So you want to add enough couscous where once you add the couscous and you stir it, you basically have about maybe this much water, right? This much water left on the top. Once you're in about that place, you're in a good place to just turn it off, cover it. You need to make sure that it's covered completely so it can steam. And that's the way, because couscous, you don't need to boil it to cook it. Once the water is boiling, the liquid is boiling, you just have to pour it into the couscous, cover it really tight, and it will absorb and cook on its own. But then taking a fork to fluff it, that's the next thing. If you just let it sit, it's going to compact and it's going to kind of keep pressing on itself because of the weight of its own self. So if you fluff it, you're able to loosen up the bottom part, which is the most dense part of it once it's cooked, because that's where the liquid settles, right? So once you do that, you'll be in a good place. Cool? Humble girl, good evening. I'm waiting to see the main course. Yeah, we got you. All right, let's get this salad going, right? So we got lots of herbs. We got 3 kinds of radishes. We have kale, we have romaine, we have red onions, right? Delicious. Okay, so we have our dressing that we made in-house, live and direct. All right, you're most welcome. So shake that up for me one more time before we pour it out. Shake it. All right, thank you. Open.
You want me to?
Sorry. All right. So dressing. I appreciate that. Welcome to the club, humble. Welcome. Well, you're already in the club. What am I saying? But thank you for the heart. All right. Dressing. Okay. Make sure that's good. Let's see if we need more or not. All right. Mix this up real good. Gently massaging everything. All right. Becoming. Welcome to the club. Yeah. Do the little dance, some. Nah, just, Yeah. I have to do the little shoulder shimmy. You know what I'm saying? My Brooklyn Caribbean accent came out. All right, people. This salad is looking real nice and glazed. All right. Okay, let's try something. Let's see. We want to make sure that we have enough salt and everything in here. Do we have quinoa in St. Lucia? Never heard of it. Yeah, you can get it. Go to what's the name of that supermarket?
Let me get
Emma, Elliot, Edward. What's the name of the supermarket in St. Lucia? The one that we go to with the green bag.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Massey.
Massey. Yeah, they have it.
Oh, I got it.
Good job, baby. Yeah, they got it. Any store that sells rolling, they will have it. Massey stores, yeah, for sure. All right, people. Salad is tasting nice and fresh, delicious. So we about to plate it up. All right. Ooh, almost forgot the cucumbers. Put that back in there. Just got me these cukes. All right. Yes, I love a good salad. So good for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Everything off? Yes, gotta make sure, you know. A lot of moving parts. All right, nice big bowl of salad. Very important. All right, very good for you. All right, when you do a salad first, all right, it helps your body in the right way. You know what I mean? So don't skip on your salad, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have a restaurant in Brooklyn? Nope. But I used to live in Brooklyn. BK, baby. All day, every day. That's where I'm from. East New York. Okay. Gloves are off. That means you know it's time for business. All right? Okay, you want to take those to the table? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So basil, we're going to stir that in. Right? So it's nice and fresh. All right, make sure this is nice and hot. We got our spinach. So let's get the bowls because some people are waiting on the main course. So let's do it. Brown sugar, what's up? Brown sugar. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for the follow, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to serve up some delicious Caribbean fusion. All right, and when I say fusion, I use that word very lightly. My day is amazing. How's your day? How's your day? Don't matter, right? My day is amazing. Thank you so much. Welcome to the fan club. Yeah. Okay, so first things first, our delicious Quinoa Couscous, right? This is our base. So right in the middle, we're gonna do this restaurant style. Right, so we have our delicious couscous and quinoa, and you see how it's like little specks. Well, I think I'm getting filtered, but I'm still watching. Oh no, don't get filtered. So yeah, we did a multi-grain quinoa, right? So quinoa's down. All right, we got some whole pieces of garlic in here. We'll leave that out. All right. Let's get that going. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice and fluffy. So fluffy. Okay. We got our lentils. Before we put the lentils, we gotta get this situation ready. All right, a little bit of cabbage, a little cabbage. All right, some mushrooms. All right, remember we eat with our eyes, people. So the more we can make our food look good, is the more we'll eat it. All right. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now let's get our quinoa covered up real nicely. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna do spoons of quinoa on the left, and then on the right. All right.
Lots for me.
Lots for you? Yes. Okay, there you go. All right, boom. So in our lentils, we have coconut, we have carrots, we have my plant roast, which is the meat substitute that I do. All right, and then we have coconut milk, curry, lots of onions, garlic, thyme, bay leaves, all good stuff. All right, and then let's finish with the spinach, right? So this is what we're looking at. You see the plates? Yes, you can see the plates. Remember, our spinach is nice and wilted, so you see how it looks, right? It's not like hammered.
It smells amazing.
It smells good, right? So all that Scotch bonnet chilies in there, right? The Maggi, the garlic.
You're gonna ask how long you've been vegan.
How long have I been vegan? Ayo, it's been almost 10 years. Almost 10 years. So it's been an amazing journey. And I love every minute of it. So dinner is served, right? We have the delicious coconut curry lentil. We have the cabbage and mushroom on the other side, and then on top of that we have the spinach, right? And then on the bottom, of course, we have our quinoa couscous. I wish I could have the leftovers. Virtuous. One day we're gonna do a pop-up, and you guys can come and hang out, and we're gonna cook, and we're gonna have some amazing, delicious food, music, all that good stuff. It's gonna be fun. All right, so definitely stay tuned, stay locked in. All right. I wish I was your neighbor. I love it. I love it. I seen the glitch. Huh. Yeah, there's all kinds of craziness going on, but we're gonna keep it rocking and rolling. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the likes. Thanks for the shares. All right. Message me if you have any questions. Spices are available. Click the link. All right. Check out the shop. And that's you. That's yours. Huh? Yes, I did. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for helping me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we out of here. Ed, there you go, sir. Enjoy. All right. And yeah, we out of here. There you are, sweetheart. Peace and love, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Yeah, that's it. All right. I will.